good for Julia to be with other cats because, with her dad. To be with other cats. Thanks for nothing.
Hello, everybody. In today's video, it's such an exciting time to be alive, girls. So Amber is again MIA, missing in action, again abandoned YouTube because I think her girlfriend is visiting. By the way, before we get into it, I just want to say, whenever Amber leaves for like a week or so, and then she says something like, oh, well, my tooth, I had a problem with my tooth and my tooth fell, whatever. It's not that she's fully lying. It's just that it's a double feature. Tell us about it, Janet. I think that it can be, remember, Hans Christian Amberlynn's poetic journey to making us understand that two things could be true at the same time. Yeah, her tooth fell out, but she also got a girlfriend that she's not talking about. Why am I bringing this up? In general, I don't care that she has convinced yet another girl, or maybe one of her exes, to continue to be with her. That's fine with me. I don't care about her love life, and I don't even want to know. The idea is she's actively hiding it, and it's palpable. You can feel that she's with somebody. She's not doing the thirst traps, right? And she is disappearing for weeks at a time. Why? Why is she not working? What's going on? Why does she keep disappearing? It's because she's got a girlfriend. I'm 100 on this, okay? We're going to talk about this also. Foodie Beauty has decided to get rid of her cat. Don't let her fool you. She doesn't want that cat because the cat in her mind is too loud. She mentions it many, many times. And she said exactly what I told you. She can't take care of herself. How's she going to take care of somebody else? If only she had made this decision before she chose to absolutely inappropriately bring yet another cat into her drama, because this cat didn't deserve it. This cat, like all cats, like all animals, deserves a loving home. And now she's going to rehome him. Okay. Let's allow for a moment of silence for the surprise to wear off. Okay, well, thanks for nothing. The surprise has worn off. All right, we're going to get into all the drama. If you could not tell already by this ridiculous intro, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Please don't take anything I say seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, on publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so Amber hasn't made a video in 5 days. How do you make a video saying I'm back and then leave pretty much for another week? So are you only posting once a week? Love that for you, Pookie Reid. Okay, here's the thing. So if she comes back and she says something like, oh, I had a complication with my tooth falling out, I don't know, it sent me a letter saying, please take me back, whatever. This doesn't matter. Whatever complication, whatever nonsense she tells you, it doesn't matter, okay? This person is dating somebody, and that's why they're disappearing for large amounts of time. I know that 100% because, first of all, I can feel it. My predictions are almost never wrong, but then also there's common sense. In her last members only live stream, she was asked, what are you looking forward to? I talked about this. She said, I want to tell you, I could tell you, but I can't tell you. So the only thing that she usually doesn't talk about nowadays is her love life. So she more than likely has some girl coming to visit her, and that's why she's taken another week off, okay? Another clear indication that she's dating somebody and she's not single isn't just the thirst traps, but it's that she clearly stated in another members only live stream, please don't send me flirty messages on Instagram. I'm not going to respond to them. Don't do that. Amber Reid gets all of her girlfriends through social media, right? Because she's very outgoing. She goes places all the time. So she gets them through social media. She doesn't go on dating sites, in my opinion, because she's afraid to be rejected, which is silly. A rejection is part of dating, but here we are. So she talks to girls on TikTok or Instagram, and that's how she gets girls, right? For her to say, don't send me any flirty messages, what do you mean? That's the way that you always get girls. She would only say that if she's dating somebody. What I believe is that she is currently not working because somebody is visiting her, and maybe the tooth wants to come back or something. I don't know. But the idea is she's clearly not working because she's seeing that girl. For her to say, I'm looking forward to something, but I can't tell you what it is. She clearly was looking forward to that girl visiting her. So this is my prediction. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. I think that there's going to be some kind of an intervening act. I think something will happen where she's going to be, it's going to be clear. It's going to be obvious. She's going to be having to tell you that she's in a relationship. Maybe it'll happen members only, but I don't get that vibe. I get the vibe that something's going to happen or someone is going to find out that she's dating somebody. Maybe somebody will come out and say something or something like that. This is, you know what it is? It's like when you put some water on to boil, eventually it boils over, right? She's very obviously, she's one of these people that's obvious about whatever she's trying to hide. Very, very, very clearly and obviously trying to hide that she's dating somebody. She doesn't act single because she doesn't feel single, right? Because she's not. Remember when she used to be single and she was pretending that she was in a relationship with Valentine? What were my words to you? I always said, I think what's going on with her is that this relationship is not real, and not real in the way that she is presenting it. There's something wrong. It's just like somebody trolling her because she's acting single all the time because she feels single. This is and that turned out to be true. The person did admit that they were trolling her in the beginning. And she never met her. This situation is the exact opposite. She's not feeling single, so she's not acting single. You understand what I mean? Because she's not single. She's dating somebody. Now, I really am not interested in who she's dating or any of that stuff, but I just feel like she's hiding it badly. Why would you say, I'm back, I don't have a schedule, but I'm going to be on YouTube, and then leave again? Know your tooth doesn't want back. She's clearly being visited by, yet another girl. Okay, she's clearly being visited by another girl. She definitely has a girlfriend. This is going to come out. First of all, she's very bad at hiding things because she doesn't. Okay, so if you don't know how to lie, you're bad at hiding things. Her lies are always exposed. So she is 100% dating somebody. There is not a chance that she's not. What do you think she does all day, right? This is self-employment. I actually don't need her back. I'm having a very good time talking about foodie beauty. Fine, Amber, stay away as much as you want. But what do you think she does all day? Yeah, it's self-employment. You don't have to come back. So you're clearly with your girlfriend that's visiting you, or you're sitting on Reddit and Kiwi Farms and, just reading reaction channel comments because you always know what's going on, right? And again, she's worrying her audience. Again, for 5 days, she's not coming. She's not posting a community page post. And when she comes, she's going to be like, oh my God, I didn't know you were so worried about me. This is my advice. Don't be worried about her. She doesn't care about you, in my opinion. She's leaving for weeks on end, which brings me to an even deeper point, other than she clearly has a girlfriend because her girlfriend's visiting. In my opinion, that's got to be the reason. Why also is she not working? Here's what I think. I think that she has stopped making videos as much. She makes one video a week, and a 12-minute video, just take it from me, it's not going to make as much money as a longer video. And she's getting 50,000 views over time. If you get views very fast on YouTube, you get paid more than if you get the same amount of views. Listen to what I'm saying. If you get the same amount of views over time, you understand? So it's not like she's getting a huge paycheck. The reason that she has stopped working is because of her members only live streams. First thing I want to say about her members only streams, a lot of you ask me this question every week, and I've been trying to find the answer, but I just don't know. Some of you ask me, how many people are watching at a current time? I can't really tell at this point. I don't know. But here's a good indication. 12 likes. It's been almost a week since she's live streamed. Today, I'm filming this, it's Sunday, so there's just a few days left. Almost a week and 12 likes. She has one comment underneath that live stream. One comment. I don't know if she's filtering comments on that. She could be. But the point is, one comment and 12 likes. This is my opinion. More than likely, maybe she's getting around 200 views, maybe 300 views. Here's what she recently said about her members only live streams, which I think is important. She was asked in her members only live, hey, are your subscriptions to your members only stream going down? And she's like, no, they're actually going up. More people are joining, right? Okay. This is what I think. I think that if we were to say that that's true, she's a professional deceiver. She always lies, okay? So if that is to be believed, people are still not watching, and that's what she's relying on. She is relying for you not to watch, but to forget your monthly $10 that's on your card, that your card keeps getting charged. She's, first of all, live streaming, in my opinion, in the most inopportune time, like in not a good time for most people. Tuesday nights, 8:30 her time. That is a lot later in, in other states, and it could be the middle of the night or even early in the morning the next day in other countries. It's not the best time. This is my opinion. The best time for her to be streaming is Saturdays, okay? Friday nights into Saturdays, when a lot of people, at least, where she's at, have off of work and can watch. Why am I bringing this up? I think that most people don't watch her lives. I think her lives are getting 200 to 300 views, and that's why they're only getting 12 likes. Her average video can get between 500 to even 700 likes, right? But her live streams are getting 12 likes. By the way, during the live broadcast, she's getting 6. She's usually getting 6 likes every time. It's the same people liking the live streams, and then 6 more people go and like it that enjoy her streams. You understand what I'm saying? She's live streaming when it's good for her, not when it's good for her audience. Everything she does is what's good for her, not for her audience. I think it's understandable that people have to do what's best for them, but they have to incorporate what your audience wants as well, okay? She's not doing that. It's a very bad time for her to stream. It's best for her Tuesday night. She got nothing going on Tuesday night, and she still can't show up sometimes. And she still has not made up 4 hours that she missed. My point here is this. She's not making videos because of the money that she's making from her members, for her members' streams, for her memberships to her channel. That's why she's not making videos. YouTube takes its own cut, and then you have to pay taxes on it, and she's still making enough to pay the bills. I think she's doing this just as long as she can pay all the bills and 1 video a week. This is preposterous, right? Think about it. She used to have a schedule. She dumped the schedule because her memberships probably are paying her rent and most of her bills. That's what I think. She's at least, if you're wondering, she's at the very least, the lowest amount of money that she could make from her memberships is $3,000 a month, 100%. Okay. I think she's making more than that, but at the very least, so she can handle all her bills and her rent with this $10 a month. She barely shows up. She doesn't make videos anymore. And most people aren't even watching the live streams. That's the big secret about her members only live streams. If you're getting 12 likes, I would say 200 to 300 people max are even watching these live streams. See, people don't get the notification or can't watch because they're working or sleeping or busy on Tuesday nights. Okay. And so they never end up watching, but forget that the subscription keeps renewing once a month and charging their card. You understand? That's why she's not working. And I believe that she is 100% with her girlfriend. Congratulations, Pookie. You can stay away as long as possible. So let's move on to Foodie Beauty. The first thing I want to talk about having nothing to do with her getting rid of her cat. We're about to get there. So in the beginning of this video, you clearly witnessed Chantal saying that her old cat, Julia, that she abandoned in Kuwait, is with other cats. Then she says she's with Salah. No, she is with other cats. This is a slip of the tongue. When a person is hiding something, they always tell on themselves, and we know our girls tell on themselves all the time, right? The issue with Chantal is she's pretty upfront with a lot of things, but of course she hides things sometimes. This has the same energy as when she said that Salah was her boyfriend instead of her husband numerous times. That's right, they're not really married. Common sense, in my opinion, but it's obvious. And that Salah had another apartment, that they were living in separate apartments. Of course they did. They were never allowed to live in the same one. They're not really married. So now you know that Julia, her older cat, is more than likely with other cats. Either she's in a shelter or she was given to somebody by Chantal and Salah who has other cats. They rehomed her to somebody that has other cats. How outrageous to continuously get cats, not be able to take care of them because you're a fugitive or because you don't want to take care of them, as with this new cat, and have to rehome them. Chantal, you are not able to take care of yourself or anyone else. Stop continuously getting cats. I feel really bad for this new cat, Smokey. I feel terrible for Julia, but you heard it. She said that Julia is with other cats, not with Salah. So she's been lying to you. She is with other cats, either in a shelter or God knows who she's with. Surprise, surprise, everybody. Chantal is giving up her cat. In my video, I clearly stated that I posted yesterday, she will abandon this cat. And a bunch of hours later that night, she's going live saying she's going to give up her cat. So basically, this is not about me being psychic. This is just common sense. She has mistreated and abandoned every single cat she's ever had that was on camera, and she will clearly abandon this one. So poor Smokey, the cat that has been spraying her bed everywhere. By the way, pro tip, the cat has been spraying her entire apartment, and she, a person that has had so many numerous cats, doesn't even understand.
Why does he smell that corner? I like when they do that with their tail.
How sad is that? That you can't even understand that your cat, your new cat, is spraying your entire house, and people tell you that, and you're like, oh my God, no, he's not doing that. I haven't perfected my Chantal voice yet, but keep watching. My point here is this. So she goes live, and she basically says that she never thought this through. Surprise, surprise, everybody. She didn't think this through. The cat is very unhealthy, okay? And
I'm going to get judged because being separated from Salah and Julia, as I love them, they were my family, and, you know, they are my family. Are. You know, it's selfish for you to get a cat. And now I kind of understand why. It's because I really am struggling right now badly to take care of myself. I think I wanted like a rebound cat. Being honest, I'm not adjusting well at all. You know what I mean? But I've only had him. This is the second day.
okay, so how many times did I tell you throughout this whole cat situation, which has been very fast, right? But I said it in my video. She cannot take care of herself, which she says that in this stream. And she is not getting a cat for the right reasons. You see how she said she wants a rebound cat? Right. So it's not that she's getting a cat because she wants one. It's because she feels that if she doesn't replace her situation that was going on in Kuwait, that she lost fully because of her own intelligent behavior, it's your fault, Chantal. It's not your haters' fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's your fault. So my point is, I told you that she was not capable of taking care of anyone because she can't take care of herself. She says this in the stream. You know, I'm having difficulty taking care of myself. There's no shame in that. But why do you need to bring a cat into this? By the way, I purposely left in the cat meowing. The cat meows a lot. Okay. So she mentions that the cat is very, vocal. She says the cat is loud. Why does this matter? Okay. I think one of the biggest reasons that she wants to get rid of this cat is because the cat is meowing. The cat is vocal. The cat is loud. She doesn't like that. She's used to silence. Here's the thing. She, a person that has literally, as Hans Christian Amberlynn would say, has had many cats, actually believe that all cats are the same. While all cats have similar traits because all of them are cats, they all are individuals and have individual personalities, and it is common sense, even if you've never had a cat, that most people are aware that when a cat is in a new environment, the cat needs to get used to the new environment. That's one of the reasons why the cat may be spraying. Another thing is, anxiety in a new environment. The cat needs to get used to it. Smokey needs to get used to it, okay? She thought that because this is a cat, he's going to be just like Julia, mainly quiet, just like BBJ and Sam, mainly quiet. No, it's the beginning. Things may change later. And also, if you know anything about cats, you know that some cats are very vocal and some are not, okay? I'm telling you, you can feel it. Like if you watch any of her streams, the vibe that I'm getting, I'm 100 on this. I haven't been wrong since, and pretty much ever. I can feel that she wants to get rid of this cat. Obviously, yes, because she can't take care of herself, as I've been telling you. So how is she going to take care of the cat? But this cat is too vocal for her. She wants silence in her house. She doesn't want the cat constantly asking her for things. You can feel this. This is palpable. She mentions that the cat is too loud throughout the stream, because I'm not going to play the whole stream. Basically, she wants somebody that she can feed and pet and have in the house, not to be lonely. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Chantal, you need to make a permanent commitment to a cat if you choose to. And you obviously can't even make a permanent commitment to yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, no judgments, don't get a cat, and stop bringing cats into your web of nonsense, okay? I told you she couldn't take care of herself, so why is she taking care of the cat? And by the way, in the stream, she goes back and forth and back and forth. Should I, maybe it's just been a few days. Maybe I should just, maybe I should keep the cat. Even if she ends up keeping the cat or not, you already know that why she got the cat, to replicate her life. Look, it's like dating a person on a rebound. Does it work once in a while? Yes. It does. But does it work most of the time? No. Because whether we're talking about a cat or a person, if you're trying to replicate exactly what you had, it may work, but a lot of the times it doesn't, because what people really need in that type of a situation is to heal first. Oh, she can't do this, she can't take care of him, and she has a lot of stuff going on herself, and she will be reunited with Julia, she says, her other cat. And let's just stop right here. So you're going to be reunited with Julia, and she says Julia and Salah are my family. First she says they were her family, then she says are my family. Always remember how she expresses herself, because unlike Hans Christian Amberlynn, Chantal tells it to you like it is. She always slips. Okay. The first thing I want to say is you will never be reunited with Julia and Salah. And even if you are a few times, I can't wait until you step foot in Kuwait or another country and get extradited back to Kuwait or get sent to jail. You truly do deserve it. If you are that intelligent to go back to any of these countries where you can easily be extradited, the idea is you can be extradited from a country that, has similar laws to Kuwait. Don't you understand that, Chantal? So if you go back, you're going straight to jail. You know what? Actually, go back, cutie. Can I call you cutie? Okay, so here's the thing. Whatever you want to say, Chantal, about Julia and Salah being your family, whatever you want to say, what you're doing right now is mistreating this cat. Who gets a cat without thinking about it first? I mean, even teenagers don't do this nowadays. And she says, well, the reason that most people didn't want me to get a cat is because they said I was an animal mistreater. Fair. But a big second reason that people didn't want you to get a cat, and everyone that could see clearly in this situation said exactly what I said. What did I say to you? What were my words to you? She cannot take care of herself. Therefore, that's the main reason she shouldn't get another cat. And yes, she will mistreat this cat. There's only one good thing about this. Look, she needs to give this cat up. Of course she does, She says like, hey, before he bonded with me, pretty much I need to give him up. Look, she cannot take care of anybody. She can't even take care of herself. So I think it's a good idea, unfortunately, it has to be said, to rehome him with somebody that can offer him the love and the care and the common sense that Chantal can't. This woman actually believed that she can live in Canada in the summertime with all of her health problems without an air conditioner. From the very first moment I started talking about this, I said, this is ludicrous. Now she finally gets an air conditioner. So you, as a full-grown adult that has been through everything that you've been through, you thought you could live with 3 fans. Right. Okay. That's a small example of how she can't take care of herself, okay? By the way, here's another small example where it's obvious that this person shouldn't have cats. It doesn't have to be large, glaring situations. When she was living in Kuwait, for a long time, she didn't want to get a fan, right? They had air conditioning, they had AC, but she needed to get a fan because her fan broke. And instead of getting a new fan, she went around trying to fix the old one. Look, when a person is spending a lot of money on nonsense and then they really need something for their health, like a fan, and don't want to spend the money on a new one, it kind of says to you they probably shouldn't be in charge of another living being like a cat. You are the last person that needs to have a cat. It's a small example. This woman has a lot of health problems that she doesn't take care of for herself. This woman refuses to get a car even though she knows she needs one and she can afford one. This woman refuses to listen. This woman refuses to go to the doctor because currently her foot is possibly broken, but definitely her toes are broken. She refuses to go to the doctor. You have no business getting a cat, ordering a cat. And she goes, well, this cat, he was in a similar home. Listen to what I'm going to say right now, okay? Chantal. This is a living being. You don't seem to understand. It's not there for your amusement and to entertain you. Look, a pet is a lifetime commitment, like my audience said, and they're right. You want a pet? It's to basically give them a great life and to be a part of their life and to take care of them. Look, there's no shame in not being able to take care of other animals. I think she definitely needs to rehome the cat ASAP because she will mistreat the cat, and this is the best decision. It's just sad that you are moving this cat around. You know, cats get stressed out when they're in constantly new environments. So this cat was living in one environment. Now he's trying to get used to your environment, and you're just going to hand him over to somebody else. Is it positive for him in the long run? Yes, because he needs to be in a loving environment with a person that could take care of themselves and this cat and offer him a good life. Chantal is not it. But Chantal, this is why you keep interjecting in other people's and animals' lives and ruining their lives. You ruined Pizza's life, in my opinion. You definitely ruined Salah's life. Nobody's really talking about how deeply she's ruined his life. Yes, he made his own bed with him wanting the $9,000, in my opinion, but he can never go back to Kuwait again. He has to be in hiding. And unlike Chantal, that can go to Canada where they're not going to extradite her, he's in a different situation. He could never go home again. My point here is this. You're ruining men's lives that you're in, and you're ruining this cat's life. Yes, you need to rehome the cat ASAP. But why don't you just listen to your audience? And she's like, going to be judged. Yeah, because this is a living being. It's not there for your amusement. You can't take care of yourself. You thought you could not go to the doctor for a broken foot or broken toes? You thought you could live without an AC, and yet you think you can take care of a cat. ASAP, rehome the cat to a better home. Drama channels, the reaction channel's fault. It's your fault. It is 100% your fault. So let me get this straight. This woman says today in an earlier live stream, she don't have a television, she don't have a couch, but she got a cat. You got a cat. Why did you get a cat when you don't have furniture? Do you understand that furniture comes before a cat? Unless you're bringing him over from, a previous apartment? Do you not understand that you have to furnish an apartment, get used to a new way of living? You've lived in Kuwait for such a long time, and then maybe think about getting a pet? She can't get a television, an air conditioner, or a couch or a table, but this woman got a cat. This is why you shouldn't have animals, you and Amber. Right, wasn't that fun? Please let me know your thoughts, comments, and questions in the comments down below. I want to thank you so very much for watching today. I appreciate you spending some of your time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, please check out this other video that's popping up here. It's on a similar topic. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.